I just picked up this old cabinet. I guess you could call it a coffee nook, maybe is the right term. This piece looks to be in pretty good condition. I don't think any of it is real wood. It looked like particle board. Unfortunately, let's give this thing a new lease on life. First thing I'm doing is blowing this nasty thing off. It's a lot of dirt and dust. So to get all this dirt off, today I'm using Simple Green. Usually I use a general wood purpose cleaner that I get from Kroger, but I'm out of that. I ordered this from Amazon. It was $10. It's kind of a lot of money for such a smaller sized bottle, but it'll do. This stuff is pretty great. I've used this at work for cleaning off cars, and I really like it. You can use it on pretty much anything. Started out with 150 grit just now. I'm gonna bump it down to maybe 80. There's a lot of paint on here. Here's how far I got so far. I'm gonna come back to this later. I'm not sure exactly what the plan is for this entire thing. I was thinking about having this be the natural wood and then stain it and then paint the rest of it. But I do have this drawer right here that is real wood, and I hate to paint over real wood, so I think I'm gonna leave this and then maybe paint the rest of it green and then put the wallpaper liner, some sort of wallpaper liner right there. Get back to that and then focus on this right now. For this wood right here, I'm gonna do 150. After I was finished sanding down the whole piece with my DA and 150 grit sandpaper, I cleaned it off with my Simple Green and then hopped straight into masking off the piece. Now I laid tape in all the corners and crevices where I didn't want any of the green paint to land. Something I always like to do is take some tin foil and place it in my paint tray here so I can always reuse the paint tray. After I cleaned off my piece with my Simple Green, I'm now prepping for my top coat. So I'll pour my top coat in here, and I'm gonna use a roller, just like so. And voila. I can't take credit for this little hack. I learned it from a YouTuber. All right, we're ready to go. Let's get started. After I laid my tin foil in my paint tray, I cracked open this paint can that I had, only to find out that this paint was so old and nasty. Look at this stuff. It's supposed to be green, and when I opened up the container, there was this light blue liquid sitting on top, and I started poking it with a mixing stick just to find out that underneath the blue liquid on top, it was all solid and hard as a rock. So that was pretty disappointing to find out. Thought I'd include this in the video because it's just really weird and interesting to see. I did have an extra spare can of green paint, and here it is. Just like that, voila, ready to go. It is the next day here. I let this dry overnight. On the last coat, I lightened up the paint with some white. There's a lot of imperfections, brush strokes, some dirt, whatnot. I want to see if I can smooth out some of this before I put a top coat on it. I have an auto body block right here with some 400 grit sandpaper. I'm just gonna smooth it out, see what happens. It's a little bit rough in some areas. Here's what I'm using for my top coat. It's the Beyond Paint brand multi-purpose sealer. Because of the way the doors sit on the coffee hutch, I decided to put some basic white push pins into the doors and the very sides of the face on the coffee hutch. I did this because when you open up the doors will touch the front face of the coffee hutch. And there was this one point I opened up the doors and they touched and it took the paint with it. So I was trying to think of some sort of creative way that didn't look too tacky, and this is what I thought of. What do you think about this idea? Just got one of the pieces of hardware installed here. It looks so good. Here's what I'm using. I got this from Home Depot along with the matching knobs. Really like the matte black with a little bit of bronze showing. What do you think?
It's on the way. Really? Yeah. There we go.
I think this piece turned out really, really nice. This is probably one of the best pieces I've ever done. I'm not sure if I like the green 100% personally, but my sister picked this out and it seems like she likes it so far. So hopefully this paint holds up for many years to come and it sticks around with her for quite some time. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. A lot of work goes into making these videos and I'd really appreciate it if y'all would join me for next week's upload, Sundays at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch the video, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Take care, have a great day.
Back to Slay RV Finishing. I'm so happy to see you back at Slay's RV Finishing. Here we have the tuna duck